All right, Christoph is finishing his stream right now.
Okay,
Let's get chat pulled up here.
So say hi to Johnny for me, and enjoy some more Zig. Let's go. The Zig train continues. You know, we need a 24-hour long set of streams. Never stopping doing Zig.
Okay, I gotta remember how to pop out chat here. I think I just popped out Christoph's chat. Let's see. Here we go. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Thanks for your help the other day on the compiler stuff I was working on. It was pretty brutal. But I luckily finished my changes, arguably way longer than it should have been. Hey, Arnal, Vicente Dealencar. What's up, everybody? So what are we doing today? So my last stream, I got the game VVVVV ported to the Zig build system. And I wanted to do a recording or do some demonstration or example of showing how to get that building with and without Zig now. So I'm thinking of doing this stream and then taking some of the content and chopping it together to make a YouTube video. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but it's just building this game with and without the Zig build system. So if we look at we've got different use cases for this. So we've got build a native CPU optimized version on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Then there's a build a generic CPU version on Windows, Mac, Linux. Generic CPU, I guess we'll call this CPU specific. And then you've got cross compile to each target from every other target. And this list can get pretty big. And I think that pretty much covers it. Also use like Wine to run the Windows version on Linux, Mac OS. Let's see, how do you run Linux apps on Windows? Can you do that? I suppose you can use WSL. We might need WSLG for that. That would be an interesting experiment. What else is there? There's Wine to go that direction. Can you run Linux apps on Mac OS? And can you run Mac OS apps on Linux? I'm pretty sure the answer to this one is no. This one I'm not sure. Rosetta was for something. Oh yeah, there's also Mac OS ARM and Mac OS x86, right? I think Rosetta is used for running one on the other. That's my understanding. So let's just look at this game and try to do some of these with Zig. Let's see, font, I guess a little bigger maybe. 150. Oh, and we want to do this from pure platform environments. So on Windows, this means using the Sandbox. On Linux, this means I would say the ultimate version of this, the Linux version, is a pure, and maybe we need to write this, a pure minimal user space. Like, we could just write one on stream, a really simple one in Zig. Custom minimal user space. Because the thing is we're going to be able to, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to make this work with the Zig one. Like, all we need to have is a way to download files and or just put the Zig compiler on that distro, and then we could likely compile the game and run it. Maybe, I don't know. There might be some stuff around like SDL and Linux. And then Mac OS, I don't know, is there something equivalent to Windows Sandbox? For those that don't know, Windows Sandbox is a way to enter a pure Windows environment, like in user space. I'll show you. Okay, so what do we call this? This is testing build systems. Windows Sandbox, okay. This is actually kind of cool, this whole Windows Sandbox thing. Let's see, gonna make you smaller. Oh, it just matches, it just changes its resolution to match whatever I'm doing. That's cool. So as we're doing these use cases, we're gonna be tracking all the steps it takes. So we're on Windows Sandbox, Zig. So let's go over to our sandbox. Let's go to ziglang.org/download and install the compiler. Download compiler from can I not copy paste between these? Okay. Download compiler from. Okay. I'll just say download/install. Let's go ahead and extract this. Oh, you know what's interesting too is I don't think we're going to need Git for this. We can use Zig to download the repository, I think. That's interesting. Run, let's see, Zig, fetch. Let's go get the repo path here. Okay, so we run Zig fetch. Yeah, Zig has a minimal Git. Oh, I was actually just going to get the archive. Is there a way that Zig can download like a Git repo? That'd be interesting. Because the other thing is this is going to download it to the cache, but we don't really want it in the cache. So we'll probably want to copy it out of the cache. That's probably what we want. Okay, so let's move this somewhere to like bin. See, I didn't know that the docs were in. Let's just delete that. Delete the doc, keep the, delete that, delete that. Okay, so we've got our bin file, or Zig file, I mean. Let's run our fetch command. So if you do git plus https, so does that download the whole git repo, like including the .git directory? Only in memory, not to disk. Okay, okay. Okay, so then I think we can use this method. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, we can run Zig. Let's copy. I might need to like open a different program to copy and paste between these two because it may not like Emacs. Let's see. Commits should change to archive. Okay. Move to other view. Now I want to. Okay, I'm just going to. Oh my goodness. temp/foo.c. Sure. I just want a new window. Okay, thank you. Okay, so if we want to copy this fetch command, maybe I can copy it in here first. And then can I paste it? Yes. Okay. Let's run that. Uh-oh. TLS initialization failed. That's a problem. Oh, hold on. My URL is wrong. Is that the problem? Yeah, maybe it can't read the system certs. Also, commits should really be archive. Yeah, okay. Let's try this one, see if that gives us anything better. So we want to do fetch, and then the commit hash, I think, is this. Unable to discover remote server capability. Oh, you didn't put the thing. So Zig fetch might be broken on Windows Sandbox for some reason. And I have a feeling it's probably... Yeah, I would like to do streaming more, so we're trying it out more. Let's see. What should I do here? I could just put the instruction there and then just manually do it. That might be the best way to move forward. I don't think I want to debug Zig TLS initialization errors. Oh, I should run it locally on my local machine first, though. See if I get the same issue. Oh, hold on. What version of Zig am I running, by the way? Am I on master? Oh, I'm on master. Hold on. Maybe master is broken. Master works fine. Okay. Oh yeah, it did. It gave me a completely different error. Oh wait, hold on. Got the commits wrong again. Okay, this is with 0.13 though, so let's try 0.13 here. delete you. Didn't mean to download that version. I gotta say that the I'm very happy that Windows built-in zip extractor is much faster now. This used to take about 6 minutes. Still not great. Actually, in fact, is this going to take 6 minutes? Didn't 14 to take like way faster? $300, $200. Oh, back up to 400. 100. It gets slower and slower. Well, we know that this works on my local machine, so yeah, very well could be a problem with the certs. Okay, let's copy you and you. Here. Okay. Let's run that fetch command again. Still TLS initialization failed. Okay, so this probably, Jacob was probably right. This is probably an issue with getting the certs. Run 013. Okay, so that's unfortunate. But we'll get around it. We will use the browser. And let's see, there's like a way to download it. Download zip. Nice. You could write a one-line Zig program and run it. Write a one-line Zig program and run it to get a better error. I'm not completely sure what you mean, Jacob. Write a one-line Zig program and run it to get a better error. Can you clarify that a little bit? A Zig program that tries to connect to GitHub. Okay, let's document this issue here because maybe we should actually submit a PR to fix this. We've got the Windows Sandbox to test it with now. Okay, so currently this is broken. Windows Sandbox. Okay. For now, I use the browser to download a zip of the repo and manually extracted it. Okay. Got the game now? PowerShell. Okay. Build, run. Oh, it's got to use the fetcher to download all the dependencies, and that's going to be broken too. TLS initialization failed intentionally clobbers underlying errors. So you're saying okay, let's try this. we're going to use Notepad. Because we're in the Windows Sandbox. Real programmers use Notepad on Windows. Okay, I can't remember the last time I've written a program in just plain Notepad, not even Notepad++. We're saying standard.crypto.certificate.bundle equals try bundle.rescan std.heap.page allocator. Yeah. I use Notepad on Windows CI server because I don't want to install something. Okay, let's try it. c:/do it.zig. Look at that. Ooh, should we we're building up a whole new development environment. Look, we're even going to edit the path. Oh yeah. Zig. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Zig. Oh. Dot text. Okay. Okay, I ran it. Okay, so we didn't get an error. Oh, so not that. Okay, so should I? I'm trying to think if I should kick off a Zig debug build for Windows or not. It would be. Is this what I want to do on stream? This isn't what I was planning on doing, but I could totally do it. So I could totally pivot. You can send me a debug build of Zig? No way. If you can do that, dear Twofold, that would be freaking sick. Okay, so you want me to do bundle.maps.size. Okay, let's do that. Debug print. Okay, so stood log.debug maps size is bundle.maps.size. Okay, so this will tell us how many certificates it found, I'm guessing. Oh, that's not what I expected. Oh, it's because... Wait. Oh man, you can't even double click to select. That's infuriating. Okay, that's still not what I expected. But shouldn't log.info work though? Pring. Huh. Okay. We have an executable. Hold on. Are we like crashing and then the crash handler is not able to like print anything? No? Now I'm confused. c:/do it.zig. Oh, thank you, Jacob. Thank you. I was about to go on some sort of fever dream where I'm like in two split universes, unable to figure out what's going on. Are you still? I thought doing this trick where you say all files is supposed to do it. No, it's how do you save a file? Here's what we're gonna do: do it.zig.text into do it.zig. Overwrite. God damn it. There's a way to not have it not ask that, I think. Suppress prompting to confirm. / yes. What? Oh, it's because we did a move. Okay. File, save. Okay, again with the asking. There we go. Okay, okay. Oh, that was going to drive me nuts. If we have to do any much more coding, we're definitely going to be downloading an editor. No field name maps in the bundle. Did I mistype it or did you just send me the wrong thing? Oh, map. Yeah, that makes more sense. Type U32 is not a function. Fair enough. Okay, map size is 13. So we have 13 certificates is my guess is what that's saying. Okay, bundle.map. What is bundle.map? Be nice if I had like an editor. Maybe I should open a local version of the repo. Crypto. Okay, what's a bundle? You won't be able to read anything, it's encoded still. Okay, so you're saying it's not like super helpful to even print anything? Where's bundle at? What? How is it possible I'm not seeing bundle? Oh, certificate.bundle, okay. Certificate. And then certificate/bundle. Size. So what is size? Map. Okay, so we've got a hash map of DER element slice. Okay, you won't be able to go to map is a hash map. Pretty sure if it's not empty, it's good. Okay. All right. Dear Chief, you didn't send me a debug build, did you? Change line ending, so not that. Just let me build it. Okay, so you're building it right now. Cool. I missed the memo when the stream started. I'm assuming this is still VV, but are certain issues. Yeah, I'm trying to build VVVV in the Windows Sandbox, but Zig is getting TLS errors when it's downloading things. So as I'm building VVV, it's trying to download all the dependencies and failing because of the TLS error. Yeah, let me open up Discord. I'll move it over here. Okay, so yeah, feel free to send that on Discord. You already have it built? I think we're friends on Discord too, right? Streamer mode is enabled. Oh, that's cool. I'm probably safe to. Can I send real code on it? It takes 2 minutes to build. Oh, wow, okay. Then I'm just going to wait. That's way easier than me building it myself and having to get LLVM built. Okay, so if we get a debug build, I can copy that into here. And then when we run it, theoretically, it'll give us a stack trace as to why the TLS initialization failed. Okay, okay. While I'm waiting for that, is there anything that I can do in the meantime? I could start a new sandbox and start getting the CMake version to build and getting that working. So the other one is Windows Sandbox. Sending it will take some time. Discord upload is slow. I do have a server. I need to add you as a user and give you like write access, but is there a way that you could send it to me easily and quickly? I'm like thinking of like you could create a release on a random GitHub repository and zip it up and add the zip file to that release. Should I just make a repo called like copy files? I'm gonna do it. Host files, or we'll call it file host. What? Wait, what was the old file hosting websites called? Call it Napster. File share. It's sent. Jeez. Zig.exe and Zig.pdb, and I don't need the lib. I just use my own lib. Potentially dangerous download. What'd you send me, dear Twofull? Windows is not happy. Okay, how do I copy files? I think I can just drag and drop files to the sandbox. If you have a master lib, it should be all right. Okay, so you built from master. Actually, do you have the SHA maybe that you built from? I mean, I probably don't need. I'll just download master. No big deal. Okay, download zip. Let's get your 2 files going. We're going to go in here to bin. We're going to call this 0.13.0. Move those over. BF588. What did I just download? I just downloaded the same one. Okay, perfect. Okay, so your exe I have over here. Let me drag and drop those files. No? Drag and drop them into the window. This is possible because copy clipboard. It may not like .exe file, so let me change the file extension. Still no. Copy file to Windows Sandbox. Try zipping the exe. Okay, that's a good idea. So send to compressed zip. Okay, compressing. Okay, we're gonna try this. Damn. Why is Windows Sandbox? I might have to go back to this idea. I already have a repository called file share. I've written a tool called file share already. The file extensions are the main star of the show today. Host files then, whatever. Okay, let's make this. Let's do a, let's see, we need to give it a blank commit, I think. Okay. We're creating a release. We are including Dear Twofull's debug Zig build. Oh, well, it's taking a while. Email it to yourself, then download the... Yeah, see, then I have to log into my email in the sandbox, which I don't really want to do. Okay, I regret uploading the raw files. Let's abort and upload the zip file. I could also run like netcat, but then I got to download netcat. And then make sure that the networking works between the two. Nice, publish release. We weren't able to create it, you need to have valid tag. Okay, create new tag. Zig. Publish. Use share drop. Is that a... what is share drop? I haven't heard of that. Oh. Okay. Share drop lets you share files with other people. Other people see you as Fearless Rhino. Okay, so I'm assuming I would come here. What is it? Open source web app. Okay. On a local network. I don't even know how networking works in the sandbox. Do I have my own IP address? This is a suspicious IP address. I don't know if I should show my actual IP addresses. Let me run this IP config on this other window. 172.24. I do have a vEthernet that is on this subnet. Okay. It's P2P based on... oh, that's cool. The sandbox sees you. You see it now. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Okay, so I click on him. Okay. I'm guessing I drag the file to the other animal. Oh, okay. Let's go to the zip file instead. Do you want to send? Yeah, send. Waiting for them to accept. Save. Oh, that's a great suggestion. Thanks. Tonti Armordillo. Thanks for that. Okay, extract all. That's a cool tool. I might have to remember that. Okay, we're going to copy Zig here. Now if I run Zig, I should get like, oh, it still shows the help. And then I downloaded master, so let's go grab that. I think it's this one. Yeah, that was really cool. Share drop. How am I going to remember this? Sharedrop.io. Drop into shares. A P2P file transfer. How does this even work? Uses WebRTC. That's cool. Is there a Zon only example for building a Zon only? I'm not sure what you mean by Zon only, but there is an STL fork. Are you asking if there's like a repo that just has a build file and a zon file, and does it like isn't a fork? Or maybe you're, oh, I think maybe you're asking, I want to, or are you asking, I want to include SDL in my Zig project. How do I do, like, what do I put in my zon file? Is that what you're asking? Oh, thanks, Jacob. Okay, so you're saying this is the code you'd like me to run. Okay, I think you're saying this will this should reproduce the error without having to do like a whole Zig fetch, right? I'll just run it first. Oh wait, hold on, I got it. Is it time to download an actual text editor? Oh, do I go to the trouble of downloading Emacs, or I just download? Let's just download Notepad++. That's the only possible source of. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Auto update trigger. That scares me. Download 32-bit. No. Can I download the 64-bit version? Man, it's got so many like weird ads in it. Sure, installer. The top one is 64-bit. Okay, great. Just do it. Install it. Autocomplete. No. Just give me a text editor, please. All right. Beautiful. Oh, we can make edits. So happy. Editing text. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's interesting we got a stack trace. Oh, we got a stack trace because we did a debug build of the program Jacob sent me. I see. So we didn't need a Zig build because we could just do it with this. Okay. TLS certificate not verified. So is the problem that we don't have a root CA certificate that authenticates the one that GitHub? No. Try the same host that failed before. Okay. I think it would just be github.com, right? Connect to host, init, allow truncation attacks, true. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it still says not verified though. 568. So I'm guessing there's some maybe like there's a new way that Windows is storing CA certificates that Zig doesn't know about. 568. Okay, here's where the error is. Certificate verify. Handshake state. Okay, so we're usually if it doesn't have its own cert. I've seen this happen when HTTP tries to communicate with HTTP as something like Node.js using environment to not reject unverified certs. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I would like to see if we could fix this. That may be too ambitious though for the stream. So, yeah. I think I'll have to come back to this outside of stream, if I'm able to, and try and fix this. So in the meantime, what we can do is just manually download these dependencies. And I think that wouldn't be too difficult. So if we go to VVVVV, open up the Zon file, and we just start downloading things via the browser. Okay. Can you give Zig fetch a path? Like, what would happen if I gave it a path? Curious. Okay, let's switch back to the 013 Zig here. Okay, got our Zig, and we want to do a Zig fetch. Yeah, what happens if you just give it a file? That work? Is that the right hash? Yeah, I think it is. Sick. Okay, so now if we do a Zig build, that dependency should be resolved. Yeah, okay, so we just need to do that process 8 more times. Download you. Oh, I can't Alt-Tab within the sandbox. Can I just click on you? Oh, beautiful. Who needs a freaking package manager when you have Notepad++, a mouse cursor, and the Edge Microsoft browser? Okay, let's go here to downloads. Let's run Zig fetch. Now, the real question is, would it have been faster to write a Python script to do what I'm doing right now? The answer is no, because I don't have Python. Edge and Notepad++ as your package manager sounds lovely. Yes, it does. SDL, and I think we already have VVV. If I run Zig fetch again, it should be a no op, I believe. Curious now. Yeah, who knows? But it seemed to work. Okay, let's do a Zig build. The make and play. Oh, did I miss that one? I think I did. Yeah, Zig fetch. Got that include pre-gen error, which I thought I had fixed already. 2 steps failed. Gosh, this output is so Not having Emacs is horrible. Okay, yeah, so this file should be in this directory. I don't know what's going on there. Let's look at it. I just pushed a commit to fix this, so I don't know what's going on there. That it was this fix here, so we should be at commit CCB, not 1BB. What commit are we at? Oh, did I not push? Oh, I didn't push the fix to the actual game. Let's do that real quick. I thought I had, but I guess I forgot. Oh, hold on. There, yeah, okay, just need to push into the commit. Okay, so this is just building it locally. If I do a Zig build, why am I opening Notepad++? I'm starting to get like some bad habits from using this Windows Sandbox. Okay, okay. We're on master. Let's go update our STL. Let's undo that change. Okay. Let's go update this hash. To CCB something. Don't forget to remove the old hash. I have another program if you want to try it quick and then go back. Yeah, go ahead, send it, Jacob. I can try it. Anything you want me to do to debug this TLS thing, feel free to send that my way. Computer is wearing. Okay, that should be the fix. Update STL to get the include pregen fix. Okay, let's go back to our instructions. Let's update the commit we need. 9E5 something or other. Is it possible to compile STL by writing only build.zig and build.zig.zon? Pulling. Okay, Tanti Armadillo, that is a very good question, and the answer is yes. And I have actually already done this. Let me find that branch. I think it's this one. No, this is not the right repo. It is zig build STL. I'll send this in the chat if you want to go check that out. I don't know if it's completely working right. I don't remember if I got it working, but it's definitely possible to get working. So you can see here I referenced the libstl.org repo as a dependency. And there are some tricks that you have to do to make this work. Oh, yeah, it must be private. Let me make it public here. And GitHub really I guess it makes sense that GitHub is careful about you accidentally making private repos public. I shouldn't complain about it. It does make sense, actually. Okay, so yeah, no problem. I do think that the approach for SDL in particular of not doing a fork but doing a build.zig and Zon only, I think that probably makes sense for SDL just because it makes it easier to support like multiple versions of SDL. Although you could make an argument that SDL should be backwards compatible, at least version 2. And so you may not need to do that, but in reality, a lot of times stuff just isn't backwards compatible, so you just need an older version. Okay, so where were we? We need to go download the actual new VVVV. How did we download it originally? It's like, I guess I just used, I just used this, and then I did a download zip. Although maybe I should just patch the... You can't find Notepad++? There we go. I'll just copy and paste this to the... Zon file. Okay, and then we need to download you. And we need to run zig fetch. On this. Build, come on. Building SDL. Building the game. I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to add music to the stream. This is using the repacked SDL rather than the Zon only one. The repacked SDL rather than the Zon only. Oh, the VVV game? Yes, the VVV game is using the forked SDL, yeah. I might switch it over to the Zon only one. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. For now, the forked SDL is working. So it may not be worth it to put any effort into that, but I do think it's probably a better solution. Using Slipstream for music, and we've got like some sort of an AI playlist generator. It'd be the best advertisement to the Zig build system. Yeah, that's kind of what this whole thing is. Okay, so we built the game. Let's see if it runs. You need a new app to open this message gaming overlay link. Okay, Windows. Okay, I think we're building in the Windows Sandbox. We had to take quite the detour to get SDL to work. This audio is like way too loud for me. There we go, that's better. Jacob, did you have something else that you wanted me to run? I have another part if you want to try it. Yeah. If we update our instructions here, Zig fetch. How do you copy a directory on the command line in Windows? Xcopy /E. Use PowerShell. Oh, I hate PowerShell. I can't do it, Jacob. The fork SDL fails to build for x86 Linux Musel. I have not, or Musel. I haven't tried Musel. It's the only darn thing that works. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Let's see if the Xcopy thing works. Try using Xcopy with the /E switch. We're gonna test it out. So if we go to let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's remove this directory. Oh, how do you remove directories? On the command line. Okay, we're gonna go delete. Okay, it's gonna let me remove the directory. Yes. Okay. In before File Explorer, yeah. We're gonna try Xcopy. So if we do, so we have a fresh Zig fetch, and we're gonna get a hash path. Is it possible to test wine compatibility? Yes. Oh, from Windows. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know about that one. Wasn't there an rmdir or something? Yeah, there is something dir2fl. I just can't remember what it is. It's weird. Okay, so we've got this hash. So our instructions should say something with this hash. It's like %local app data /zig/p, I think. By the way, PowerShell lets you rmcp make dir x8. Yeah, I think Blaze Wolf might be right here. This rmdir thing. Okay, I wanted to see the Xcopy help on what /E does. Copies directories and subdirectories, including empty ones. Same as /S /E. May be used to modify /T, creates directory structure. Okay, so let's see %local app data /zig/p. And what was the hash? It was this. Okay, so if we do an Xcopy /E with that path to like C:/, let's see if that command works. Does VVVV specify? What if we put a / on it? Ah. Xcopy from to /Q/Y. Oh my God. Okay. Did that work? Does this look right? Oh, this is the original VVV, not the. It was rmdir /s/q. Okay, we needed the all your code base repo, not the actual VVVVV. Okay, we're gonna purge. It's become, the number of File Explorer windows has become unmanageable. We're looking for, I got too many things going on here in my head. Whoa, download. Zig fetch. So we needed to download this. Let's assume that we've downloaded that by going to a browser. What did I do wrong here? Zig fetch archive. There we go. Just no one after. I'll actually just fetch it from this file instead, since TLS isn't working. Okay, so now we've got that. And now we need to copy this path. It's 0f something. Is Windows Sandbox always available, or is it only on professional enterprise editions? That is an interesting question. I don't even know if professional enterprise editions still exist on Windows, so you got me on that one. Did that work? Okay. Zig build, run. Run the following. Okay, so Zig fetch, X copy, Zig build run. That's how you build VVVVV with Zig from Windows Sandbox. First thing on any new Windows machine is to convert Enterprise Edition to VMS. Yes, they do. I can't even remote connect to my machine. Yeah, I seem to remember like they thought about maybe removing those editions or something, but they also said Windows 10 was going to be the last version of Windows, so stuff changes. And I just don't pretend to be up to date on it or know what's going on. Cool, so we've got our instructions for Zig. And it took us a while to find these 3 commands. Let's put a little caveat. Yeah, currently this is broken in Windows Sandbox because of TLS errors. Christoph, we are building VVVV in every environment. So Windows Sandbox, so that this is like a pure Windows machine without anything installed beforehand. We want to try Linux. We want to try Mac OS. I don't know if Mac OS has a Windows Sandbox. And we want to try building a CPU-specific version, building a generic CPU version, cross-compiling and using Wine, using WSL. So we're trying to see what it's like to use Zig versus not using Zig to do this process. And then we'll compare the two. Unfortunately, the first thing we tried with Zig went very poorly because networking, TLS networking, is not working in Windows Sandbox. So I ended up downloading all the dependencies manually into tar files, and then I just manually ran Zig fetch on those tar files. So I still got it to work, but it was slightly painful. TLS doesn't work now. It works like locally on my Windows machine, but not inside the sandbox. So Jacob had got me this little program that reproduces the error, and the error that we get is Zig run Yeah, it's probably just missing the CA chains. TLS certificate not verified. So there's probably some root CA that's installed that we're not checking somewhere in some registry entry or something. So that'll need to get fixed. But other than that, assuming that that worked, the entire process, starting from a completely pure Windows machine, is download the Zig compiler. You don't even have Git at this point. You don't have anything. And then from a command prompt, you run the Zig compiler. You run this command to fetch all your code base VVVVV repo. You don't even need Git to download the repo. Wingit install. Oh, is Wingit a thing? It's not at least by default. That would be an extra download you'd have to make. And then we're just going to copy the repo somewhere, so we're not like building inside of the cache. That would be weird. And then you just, I suppose cd is a command we're missing here. And then zig build run. So these 4 commands are what you need. And I put a little caveat there. So now the next thing to try is building in the Windows Sandbox without Zig. Sans Zig. Okay, let's try it. Say goodbye. That sandbox is gone forever. New Windows Sandbox. Okay, so we will need the original VVVV repo. So let's start with the same. Wait, so curl doesn't work in this app. I don't know if curl works. We didn't try that. Uh-oh, Sandbox is not able to open the start menu. Oh, okay, there we go. Curl. We do have curl. Are you suggesting using curl instead of the browser to do like this thing here? Let's try that. I mean, at this point though, some people might find it easier to open a command prompt and run curl, and some people might find it easier to just use the browser. I think just saying download and extract the compiler is probably good here, and you can use the browser or curl, whatever you want. Use curl instead of the browser to fetch both Zig and repo. Yeah. Oh, and the repo. You're saying don't use Zig to fetch the repo. I like using Zig because then it's always the same for everybody. Like this one, people are going to have different ways they want to do it, but this one will always work after that point. If curl works in the sandbox, I guess it's because it bundles CA certs. Oh, are we wondering if curl works? Let's see. Let's try this link here. Yeah, curl does work. So it's nothing inherently broken with TLS. It's just Zig's implementation. All right, so let's go back to the, how do we want to download the game repo? Terry Kavanaugh VVVVVV. Zig build use bundled. What? Will that work? Christoph, if this works, I'm going to be so mad you weren't here earlier. I'll show you the download Zig again. Test this. Oh, it doesn't exist. Okay. And when you say use bundled certs, Loris, you're saying Zig has, or you're not even saying Zig has bundled certs, but you're saying we should include some bundled certs potentially so that you can work around issues with the OS. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree. That could be a nice feature. Okay, so we're downloading this repo. download. Let's see. I don't know if we're going to need Git yet or not. We're going to start out not using Git. I guess you could have it either way. Probably bringing your own certs might be a better idea. Isn't that what you mean by use bundled certs, or is that something else? I might be confused. Ooh. Wonder if it doesn't like this game. Okay, we got the VVVV repo. So download and extract the repo from can we copy this link? Okay. Let's point it to a specific commit though, let's not do master. Sounds dangerous. Okay. Actually, I think we want to remove that. Do that. Yes, I worded it in a way that suggests Zig bundling those could be use custom source equals foo.txt. You should also be able to ignore unauthorized TLS certs in some cases, I think, with a big warning on it. Actually, at this point, you can just install some certs in the sandbox, chain, curl, and tar for Zig download as well. Yeah, these are all interesting ideas for sure. Disabling is also another option that could be worth it to support. Okay, we downloaded the repo. What is next in building VVVV? Let's move this to a more easy location to get to on the command line. Okay, so let's look at, oh, that's annoying. It's really gonna set off my OCD for sure. This uses CMake, so we need to download CMake. Let's go do that. Is there a CMake installer? Maybe we don't want the installer. I don't know. Oh, we don't want the source distribution for sure. There is a zip file. Let's try the zip file. Okay, zip. Okay. Extract all. Yeah, CMake is interesting. I would describe my relationship with it as love-hate for sure. I love that it makes certain use cases better, but it's still pretty horrible. It reminds me of the United States presidential election, where you're like, I don't really like any of the options. So you're just choosing between the lesser of two evils, right? Classic. Okay, so when you extract it, how do you install it? I would say this is pretty simple, unless it's using something with share. I think we can just take the CMake.exe and just copy it. We're gonna do it. Okay, we got CMake. Let's go back to our instructions, make sure we're captured everything. Download CMake. Let's say download/extract CMake. Copy CMake.exe to your path. Actually, is there a standard path that Windows adds? Apparently, you can create config files that initialize a sandbox. According to your preferences, you can run. Oh, that's cool. That sounds like it could be cool for like a CI maybe, to like test that your stuff builds from a non-contaminated environment or something. Okay, let's see if there's a path that we can use instead of making like a custom one. So you've got Windows apps path, which doesn't sound great. And then a bunch of System32. Do we just copy CMake to System32? Is that the point? Oh, okay. I'm using CMake to do a reverse engineering project for, oh, get out of here, icon. For an N64 game. Oh. I would much prefer to use Zig's build system since there's no special DSL to learn. The only blocker I've seen for this is there's no simple way to use the proprietary Silicon Graphics C compiler needed. Oh, I can make that work for you, Blaze Wolf. There's a beautiful thing. It's called system command in Zig's build system, so you can just run other C compilers. And there's going to be some interestingness around how the Zig build system knows when it needs to run that command. So you just need to make sure that you're passing all of the inputs that command's using as files. And if you're passing any directories, it's not going to hash all the files under that directory. So sometimes the directory name will be enough to make sure the input's unique. So there's just some like gotchas around that, but is this an open source thing? Imagine a Nix equivalent of configuring Windows Sandbox. Yeah, Zig just used an N64 backend. True, yeah. Oh, do you want to drop a link, or you could send it maybe on the Zig Discord or something, or it could be better to use a run step. But yeah, Dirtufo, that is what a system command is a run step. Where did yeah, if you look at libstd_build.zig, yeah, it's just creating a run step. That's essentially what I mean. Yeah, just use a run step. Okay, so fuck it. Let's just copy it to System32. Or what's system root? Is that C:\Windows? I don't know. We probably shouldn't do that because you probably need like admin permissions to like copy files in there. Oh no, let's try it. Let's just see what it does. Copy. Should we just go to Windows? No, I don't know. I don't know. What do I prefer? Paste. Okay. CMake. Could not find CMake root. Oh. CMake has most likely not been installed correctly. Did it need the shared directory? Is the problem? I think adding command dependencies using add file arg. Yeah, that's one of the techniques. So if all of your inputs are captured in files, then make sure that you include all those files on the command line. So this really like answered some questions for me, like when I was doing Zig Win32, for example. So this is a repo that generates all of the Win32 bindings here. So this repo basically generates the contents of this repo. And to actually generate those contents, I build and then I run this program called genzig and I was able to capture all of the inputs to this on the command line. So this is a run step that runs this gen-zig program. So for example, I'm adding a directory arg. So this directory arg is the input that has all of the metadata for the APIs. And you'll notice that it's a dependency. Well, dependencies contain a hash. So I already know this has captured all of the inputs from this dependency because that hash is based on the content. So I know that that's correct. And then I have like a first pass. So one pass analyzes everything and generates something else that I'm going to need for the actual generation. So that file is an output file on another run command. And this also includes a hash based on its input. So I've just with these, that's why I say you got to like be careful and kind of know what's going on. But this perfectly captures all the inputs to what's going to be used to generate all of these files. It's just these two arguments on the command line. So it's as long as you know how it works, it's pretty straightforward. You just kind of have to know some things about it. Modifying the path variable only requires restarting CMD. Yes, true. If you use the setx, then you don't need the restart. Oh, did somebody say we needed to restart? Where best? Yeah, send it on the Zig Discord or send it to me directly on Discord. If you go to like Zig programming language Discord, I don't know if there's like a good channel to send it, but if you just wanted to send it on here, I'll see if I can see that. Or I mean, if you can send it on Twitch too, just send it here. Maybe you need to modify the URL or something so Twitch will let you. Okay, perfect. CV64, let's check it out. Decompilation of Castlevania. I don't know if I've played that one. Okay, so you are decompiling it. Nobody said every star is asking. Oh, okay. Oh, this is the command that downloads Zig, right? I'll say, you can do this from the browser manually or run this command. Still very odd, but it just is matching ROM. Let's check out your build system. CMake. Okay, so you're using, looks like you're probably compiling an ELF file, and then you're taking out the bits from that ELF file. Converting ELF, yeah, okay, into a ROM, okay. Python compressing assets, okay, cool. Go to CMake/prerequisites to see the weird compiler stuff. You can object copy with the Zig object copy. Oh, okay. Yeah, Zig does have a command for that. Okay, well, let's check out your prerequisites. Cool. Pre-commit. Is that like a Git hook or something? What is pre-commit? pre-commit. Oh, I'm not familiar with that. Is that a CMake thing or something? Decompress base ROM. Okay, you got some Python for that. I mean, I don't hate Python build systems. Where's the actual compiler? Toolchain ASM compiler. Here we go. MIPS bin utils AS. Is this okay, so I'm guessing this game is probably written in C, and the reverse engineering decompilation project, it's reverse engineered to assembly, using the assembler to rebuild the ROM and the binary, and then you're slowly converting it to C. C compiler, toolchain compiler, IDO. Yeah, this looks like it would be a day or so, probably, maybe 2 days to write a Zig build system for it, I would guess. Yeah, IDO compiler, cool. Pre-commit is a good GitHub thing, yeah, cool. Yeah, maybe I'll just one day, like, try writing a build.zig for it, I don't know, we'll see. But this is really cool. Docker, blah, get out of here. Okay, very cool. That looks like a cool project. Thanks for sharing that. All right, where were we? We got off track a little bit. I am curious if this command works. Let's just freaking run it and see what it does. So you download the zip from here, you run tar on it, strip components 1, directory zig, and then you delete the zip file. So this gives me a zig directory with zig in it. Nice. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So we could just do this. Oh, that is pretty slick, actually. Hold on. That's pretty cool. So then you would go zig/zig fetch x copy 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then could you just do zig/zig build file? Would that? Ooh, I like that. Yeah, this is what we're going to say the commands are. 1, run these 4 commands. Although I'm not sure if this one will work. Let's run it locally and see what it does. Zig build file. Okay, I think that might. Oh, it didn't work. Yeah, there's something wrong with Zig. Like, it's using the current working directory, I think, for stuff that it shouldn't be using it for. There's like some bugs around it, I think. Because if we instead just went into and just did zig build run, it works. Yeah, there's something wrong with this build file. So we'll have to put a CD in here. You can do a CD and then run though, can't you? You have to use cmd/c, I think. So if you go cd, I actually have a script that I think I look for cd cmd/c, so dash I. Yeah. Put a quote, CD, and then an and. I don't think you need the CMD if you use the semicolon. Well, I don't want it to change the actual directory. The semicolon confusing it. This works, I think. Yeah, but then it changes your directory. So if you wrap that in a cmd/c. Oh, no, I think that did work. I just need to add a run. There we go. Okay, okay. That's the 4 commands we need. CMD has never supported semicolon. Yeah. And can we get rid of this copy too? Hold on. Do I like this curl command? Create dirs -o. Hold on. Why are we saving it to a Zig subdirectory? By the way, I guess you want to have a subdirectory anyway. Kind of makes sense. Extract it. You delete. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that. And then you do a e.g. set path equals adding quotes will break that command. Ask me how I know. How do you know that, Jake? I'll play along. Any directory, say Zig folder and VVVVV folder. Belt game. Okay, back to the non-Zig version. Okay, so we download and extract the repo. We download and extract CMake. And it looks like CMake needs to have access to its shared folder or whatever, probably, for the CMake root. I think, anyway. So I'm guessing... Oh, let's just try running CMake from the download directory and see if that works first. See if it's happy with that. Oh, what did it do? Downloads, CMake, bin. Oh, I copied it away. See, where'd you go, CMake? There you are. Okay, so it's happy with that. So when we download CMake, we need to... I kind of want to use... by the way, Tanti Armordilla, thanks a lot for this command. I kind of want to use your same command to download everything now. Okay, so if we wanted to download like the GitHub repo, for example, we would go -o VB So if we replace Zig with the VVVVV stuff, I think that gets us most of the way there, and then we replace the URL. Okay, let's try that. Durr. Nice. That is really nice. Okay. So we've got the game. We need CMake. So we need to do this exact same thing. CMake. Put in the URL we need. Okay, let's try it. Have you ever had a C::path in your path? It doesn't work. Yeah, a lot of CMake is written in CMake. Discard, by the way, if you want to verify. Oh yeah, okay. Found someone. Let me see, Jacob. It's pretty obviously missing a root cert, but this will verify. Okay. TLS.zig. Sweet. Oh, I can cut it since it's just text. I can copy paste it. Nice. We're gonna go with Notepad again because we don't have Notepad++ anymore. And can you please just save it as? Okay, did it do it? Are you God, PowerShell, get out of here. They saved it as .zig. Okay. Now we need Zig, which we have already downloaded. I want to use that command that Tonti Armadillo gave. Wait, I already ran that command. I already have Zig in somewhere. One of these consoles has it. This one. C users, whatever. Zig, there you are. Let's put you here. Beautiful. Okay. Zig build equals Zig build, and then invoke %Zig build. Yeah. Okay, there's the error, Jacob, line 42. Okay, I don't know if that tells you anything. As expected. So what does this tell you? Cert1.parse. The bundle doesn't contain either of those two certs. Okay, when you say the bundle, we made a bundle here. Oh God, I don't have a text editor. Yeah, I was just saying. I can't even like double click and see. Yeah, we're probably gonna need a text editor to get by the end of this anyway. So let's re-download Notepad++ again. Sandboxes are really cool, but one thing that they're not cool for is saving internet bandwidth. You just have to keep re-downloading everything. Or yeah, or use vscode.dev in the browser. What? The hell is that? Okay. Is this useful? Can I use this? Open folder. Can't open a folder because it could contain system files. Okay. Let's make C:/. I don't know, foo, whatever. Move you in there. Yes. TLS. Okay, cool. Okay, so the bundle doesn't contain either of those two certs from the OS. The bundle. So you gave me two certs, and then there's a bundle, and this bundle is doing what? It's scanning certs from the OS. And so okay, so you were trying to figure out if the OS contained these certs. I think is what you're saying. Is that? Would you expect the OS to have these two certs for some reason? Now you can install the zip extension on that editor. Oh, Zig extension. Yeah. I could do that if I'm going to be working. Well, we're not doing Zig in this sandbox. This was just to figure out what that TLS error was. My OS has the second, which is the only reason Zig fetch works. Okay. Is there any way that I could like print out the certificate information to know what certificates it does have? Would that be helpful? I guess it wouldn't be helpful because the problem is that there's obviously a certificate that verifies like GitHub's CA cert outside of the ones that are in here. So I guess that probably wouldn't be helpful. Well, maybe, it would give us some information maybe. So yeah, if you want to send me that, I'll run that whenever. Okay, so I think we got to the point where we've downloaded the repo and we've downloaded CMake, right? Let's see. Let's get rid of some of these consoles. Get out of here. Or was it here? Oh, it was here. Okay. So CMake. Okay, we got CMake. We got the game. The next step, I believe, is to run CMake to generate the files. So let's try that. CMake/bin/CMake -s-b out. Oh, it's the desktop version subdirectory. Okay. Oh, we've got a big dependency we have not thought about yet, which is Visual Studio. So we've got a choice here. Oh, the point is this is without Zig, so we can't use Zig to save us. What's up, Lors? No, well, yeah, Jacob's sending me programs every once in a while to run to test things, but I've just hit a point where I'm like, okay, now we need to install Visual Studio in our sandbox, which I don't know if I want to do that on stream at least. So I could just pretend like we did it and then just start running locally on my machine. 40-minute temple run stream. Hey, we can start the install and see what it's like. Let's see. Download Visual Studio. Or I wonder if we could just download MSVC just the C compiler. Ooh. There's no way to do that. Can you VS Code connect via SH? I'm not sure what you're asking. Okay, so you're saying there is a way to download like a reasonable Visual Studio that doesn't take a million years to get? Oh, is this the Visual C++ build tools? Is this it? Okay, sweet. Yeah, I think this is what we want. Can't you find the compiler from the Visual Studio folder? Yeah, so we don't. This is a Windows Sandbox, so it's got nothing in it. So we would have to download Visual Studio to get that. I remember seeing that in the KC Mirror. Yeah. The compiler is included in Visual Studio for sure. But we want to see if we can just download the compiler without having to install all of Visual Studio. Okay. Oh, it looks like there's a 2017 version. (2022) the most comprehensive IDE preview community Visual Studio Code. This may have been an old thing that they did on older versions, but they don't do anymore. Yeah, it may also be limited on disk space. Let's see. So tell me how big the disk is. We get 40 gigabytes. So we might be okay if it's only 4. You can install VS Build utils, but it requires the VS installer. Okay, we can get the installer utility. That's not a problem. And then you have to use the developer command prompt. That is fine. I think you need to install Visual Studio Installer. Yeah. Go to the VS. Okay. Wait, you can get the Visual Studio Installer. Yeah, you can do that. I know about that. Okay, we'll try that. So I think if you just go to the normal download Visual Studio, it's going to download the installer. Yeah, Visual Studio setup. Okay, so for the instructions, because there's probably no like fixed URL. Download the Visual Studio 2022 community installer. Visual Studio setup.exe. That's what it was. And run it. Oh. These build tools allow you to build Visual Studio command line. Oh. Oh. What is this? Download and run. It'd be beautiful if this works. Just get rid of this crazy business that you're going to have to configure. And vsbuildtools.exe. Wow, okay, downloaded, open. Oh, I hope this works. It's the VS installer, but installs the build tools instead of VS. I would be totally fine with that. If it just has a pre-configured installer that just downloads the compiler, I'm totally cool with that. Man, if Microsoft finally allows you to bypass the installer, then that is awesome. Doesn't install just okay, yeah, this is the installer, and it looks like it does have a MS Build Tools. Provides the tools required to build MS Build-based applications. Okay, so you've got your desk. Okay, it looks like there are some things to select. I feel like we need this, but it's not selected by default. So I'm going to try first selecting nothing and see what it installs, I think. Oh yeah, let's look at individual components. Okay, language packs, installation locations. Oh my goodness. Make sure to select the CNC with MS build isn't enough. Yeah, okay. I think you're probably right. Okay, what happens if I select this? Okay, now I've got the compiler here. Okay, so let's make in our notes. When asked, make sure to select the desktop development with C++ workload. In the workloads tab. Jacob, no, probably fine. Maybe you want the SDK too. Where's that? SDK. I don't think we need this one. Windows application development build tools. Build applications for Windows platform using WinUI. I don't think we need that one. Don't think we need that one. Okay, I think that's what we need. Cool. It's 8 gigabytes. How long is it going to take? We did download CMake ourselves already. Before we get started, operating system not supported. We haven't designed this version of Visual Studio to work with this operating system. You can still install it. Oh, you can still install it. Okay, great. Perfect. I thought it wasn't going to let me. 8 gigs for the C compiler. I know, right? We could have like the Zig build version of VVVV and then the Zig CC version of building VVVVV and then the Visual Studio version. I was joking about 4 gigabytes, but it turns out it's more. Oh, Loris, have you heard of this operating system called Windows? Oh. Oh, my friend. Very ass backwards compatible. There are very few things that low in Visual Studio Installer. Yeah, if it's not less than a few gigabytes, it's why have it? You know, it's obviously unneeded if it's less than a few gigabytes. I would skip the Zig CC version. Yeah. It's sort of like, yeah, I mean, in certain contexts, it's still useful to know that you have that option for sure. But really, we're just comparing. We want to know what life is like with and without Zig. That's the real important question. Directly for the yeah for sure. I couldn't send you. Thanks for trying, Dirty Fool. Why do we want the build tools again and invest your budget into explaining something else? Yeah. Jacob, we are building the game without Zig. So this is a direct comparison with and without. Well, we want to compile the game. Write an auto hotkey script to automate. Is that what we want to do while this is installing? I wonder how long it shouldn't. I feel like my internet's pretty fast. It shouldn't take too long to download 8 gigs. CMake needs a build tool to generate the build files for like CMake. Yeah, CMake does have that. In fact, we'll probably use Ninja. Or maybe not, because that's just one more dependency. Yeah, I think we'll have MS build at this point once this is done installing. Yeah. I don't have Temple Run, but I do have Supermarket Simulator while we wait. Oh, you want to play the game that we're building? That's crazy. That's a crazy idea. Wouldn't you rather see Supermarket Simulator? All right, guys. Oh, he's working now. I was playing this last night and he wasn't working. But look at my store, everyone. It's beautiful. I've got 2 workers. All right, that's Supermarket Simulator. I did spend money on that. Yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for certain types of games, and that one, like the fact that you could upgrade and hire workers and then get everything automated sounded appealing to me enough to spend $10 on it. Okay, what's going on here? All installations are up to date. Okay, great. What happens if I click launch? Oh, VS command prompt. Sweet. Okay, beautiful. So we've got our thing. When asked, make sure to select. Okay, great. Okay, so if we have this installed, how do we open a command prompt if we don't have that launch button? Actually, I have a script for this. It is this command. Search for VS developer command prompt. Thank you. VS developer. You might need to do like a reboot for this to show up. Yeah, it's not showing up. So we need to, see the thing is this path, whatever path we come up with to source might change. Yeah, I have it here, but I don't want to like depend on like, oh, I accidentally closed this and I forgot to click launch and now I can't open a command prompt. Like that seems silly to me. Okay, I think we can just do this though. If we can find the right path. Okay, so it's in the x86 path instead. So the path that I have, it's going to be different, obviously. Oh, I don't want to update. Okay, so build tools is the only directory we have. Common 7, tools, VS dev command. Okay, does that work? I think it does. Okay, so let's copy this. What happened? Oh, that. Okay. Open a cmd.exe command prompt, then run this to make it a Visual Studio developer command prompt, trademark. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we should have like CL. Beautiful. Okay, Let's build the game. CMake. I think we already had a CMake command. Now run these commands. I believe VVVVVV uses get submodules. So we need get. Okay. Download get for Windows. For this, we'll say, and if we're going to do this, then we don't need to use curl. We'll probably just use get instead. We'll make a mention as to why you need this. The VV3456 repository uses get submodules. So it's simplest to just install get. Install get. We'll just say install it. I think people can figure out how to install Git themselves. Like I used to sitting in the Git for Windows Bash shell. I forgot the CMD's type. Yeah. Download. This is the most recent maintained build. It was released about 1 month ago. Huh. Interesting. Other Git for Windows downloads. Okay, I think this is the main one they want you to assume. If you assume the average Windows user has WinGit, it at least remove. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely like a million ways to skin this cat, and there's going to be the thing is everybody's going to have their own things that they use. So we just kind of got to pick one that seems reasonable. And I'm just I'm letting the guide be like, what does the upstream repo seem like it wants you to use? So it's using Git submodules. So we're using Git submodules. I'm surprised I have WinGit actually. Oh, so Dertufel has it, but didn't remember installing it apparently. I don't think we're gonna need that. Let's do nothing. Installing Git on Windows is quite the process, by the way. Sure, I guess we'll just use. There is one thing that's important. Okay, saying that one's recommended. Okay, I don't care about that. Don't care about that. This one is important. Don't care. Don't care. Let's say none. We shouldn't need one. All this stuff should be public. Enable file system caching. It scares me for some reason. You're definitely going with the most common. Yeah, which is the right way to go for this kind of value proposition. Use my Zig download command to download other stuff you're getting via the browser. Yeah, totally. I don't know that there's a way to do that with Git though. So we have now determined that we need Git, so now we can use Git everywhere else in the process. Is kind of the thinking here. Okay, Git, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna modify these commands here to be a Git clone from any directory. Run these commands. So it's gonna be Git clone. And isn't there like a way to clone and do submodules at the same time? I can't remember. Can you Git clone with submodules? Yeah, including its submodules. Recursive submodules. J8 is an optional performance optimization. Cool. Well, looks like there's an option for that. Okay, so we don't need this. We still need the CMake one. I think we'll still use curl for that. Oh, I'm on Windows. Was that what it was? I think we got too many things going on. Doesn't want to delete it. Beautiful. Okay. RD. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Git clone. Right. That is not the repo URL. Armdir and Art. Yeah, they might be the same. Cool. Now it's downloading the submodules. Okay, we still got our CMake command. I don't think that needs to change. Still got our Visual Studio. Okay, and then this command should still be good once this is done. The most painful part about this build process, I think, is just going to be this Visual Studio thing. Oh, Jacob has a new script for us to run. Well, that's interesting. Let's come back to that. Let's see what Jacob has for us. Okay, you need user trust ECC certificate. Okay, cool. Let's see what this gives us. Let's open up our editor, save changes. What is wrong? Okay. Mozilla publishes the CA certs bundled with Firefox. Okay, so we've got DigiCert. What was the one Jacob said we needed? User trust. There's user trust. ECC, certificate authority. We have the RSA one. I don't see the ECC one. Drop in CMake built into Zig CLI. That's an interesting idea. Okay, so what happened here? Line 43. Okay, let's go to our new vscode.dev thingy. Can I open in a different folder? Kill CMake, yeah, true. Okay, so you want to go here and go here, I think. And then open the CMake file, line 43, I believe it was. What? Line 43, project. So it doesn't like this project thing. It says running nmake failed. Oh, we need to be in a Visual Studio command prompt. Run the rest inside the Visual Studio command prompt. You need to tell CMake to use MSBuild. Yeah, I think entering the command prompt will do that. I can't copy directly from Emacs though. I need to copy it here first. Oh, still doesn't work. No. Sometimes copy doesn't work. There we go. There we go. Okay. Do we have MSBuild? We do. I don't call MSBuild too often from the command line. Is there a way to build something without CDing into that directory? Yeah, we'll use the build tool soon. Oh, so we actually probably don't even need to install CMake, is what you're saying, I think. Oh, okay, yeah. I think that's fine. So let's go remove that from the instructions. Okay. Okay, so where are we at? We're at install git, do a git clone, install Visual Studio, run CMake. Okay, and then we just do an MSBuild. How do you specify the build file? MSBuild project file directory. Okay, let's try it. You can click on the install this page as PWA button in the URL bar. And tell the bar. Okay, cool. Install this page as PWA. I don't see where that is. I'm not familiar with this PWA thing. You tell it to generate via solution you see make build. Cool. Also, the most recent year in your CA list is 2018. Lol. Okay, that sounds sus. You might be able to just make CMake run with it. Yeah. CMake builder. Oh, that's also another way you can do it. Yeah. I like calling the build tools directly though. Let's try that first. Okay, so it's just saying you can put the project file and/or directory. Oh, and then the target is here. Okay, I see. MSBuild, VVVVV. Oh wait, no, we put it in out, I think. Okay, what's the solution and/or proj file? Oh, it made a make file. Is it wanting me to use nmake? I haven't. Nmake isn't something I've really used much, hardly at all. So you can give it a make file. Well, let's try it. Out/make. Well, that didn't go well. It tried to include a make file 2 file. Did that get generated? It did. Okay, so nmake does not like it when you run in a different directory. So we're going to include a CD in here. There we go. The 4 squares on the URL bar. Okay. Whoa. Oh, on the URL bar. Okay, install. What the hell? What the hell just happened? Is this the same web page, but Oh my god, so confused. So interesting. Okay, did we build it? Ah, SDL. Okay, so for a second I was like, oh, maybe this is going to be easier than I thought, but I totally forgot about SDL. Okay, let's go to the repo and see what it says about SDL. It's probably going to say something. This folder. Well, thank you. Did y'all know that Bennett Foddy worked on VVVVV? The guy who made that Getting Over It game, I think. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I didn't realize that until I saw this. Okay, there might be some more docs in here. I feel like I remember seeing something about SDL in here. No, feel free to chime in. I may not know something. Okay, official desktop. So Visual Studio 2010. We're using 2022. It should be fine. The engine depends solely on SDL2. I mean, kind of. It's got some Git sub modules, but I guess it doesn't count those. All other dependencies are stack linked to the game. Yeah, okay, fair. The development libraries for Windows can be downloaded from SDL's website. Okay. Linux developers can find the dev libraries from their respective repositories. Okay. Since VBV 2.4 Git sub modules are used for third-party libraries. After cloning, yep. Steamworks is included. To build the Make and Play edition. Oh. I didn't know there was a define for this. I wonder if I needed to include that in my Zig build. -G flag of CMake could be useful to avoid nmake and use MS build. Yeah. We might switch to something else, but I'm gonna use the default first and see how that works. He does suggest using -G Visual Studio. We don't have Visual Studio. Maybe. Actually, I want to try this command because if it gives us Visual Studio proj files, I believe we can use MS Build to build those. So let's try the suggested one. Let's do. Okay, so you need to include the SDL. Yeah, I kind of remember looking at the CMake file. So let's go download SDL2. And we're going to do it inside the sandbox. Download SDL2. Yeah, pretty sure that's MS Build. You don't need it. Yeah, okay, cool. That was my understanding too. SDL releases. I'm guessing that's where you need to go. Okay. We've got an x64 zip file that's 800 kilobytes. Then we've got a tar gzip, which I'm guessing is the source. A zip file, which I'm guessing is also the source. Then we have a devil file. You might need the devil version. Yeah, I think you're probably right. This is 2 megabytes. Okay, so let's put this in our instructions. Download, maybe we do this up here. Download SDL2 release for Windows. To Devil VC. copy that link. Let's use our little curl command. Actually, let's just freaking make this a command instead. Zig, replace that with SDL. Okay, let's try it. SDL lang was so funny to see. I missed it. What happened with SDL lang? SDLlang.org. What is this? Is this a... Oh, it didn't work. Okay, well, we got the... I think we have SDL downloaded. There's a lib directory that's got the DLL and a lib file. You did find replace all of Zig to SDL. Okay. Oh, I see. I got you. It's SDLing. I see what you're saying. Okay, so now we have SDL. We need to update the CMake variables to point to it. So let's go copy that CMake command from the GitHub repo. If I can find it, here it is. Okay, so we want to go -s, same, let's do the same arguments here. I want to put it there. -A Win32 -G Visual Studio. I wonder if it's going to be mad. We'll find out. What version are we on? Jesus. So, okay, I did think it was 17. Okay. SDL include dir. So that's going to be SDL/include, I believe. Yeah, looks right. SDL libraries is going to be using SDL x86, but I think we probably want 64. He's also got this main thing. We've got an x64. Okay. I think that might be all we need. Oh, you're actually listing the libraries. Okay, so I think we need SDL2. And this is strange the way this is, because usually you have a set of library paths and then a set of library names. Let's look at the CMake file and see what they're doing here. Strip components might not be necessary in some zips. Yeah, that's a good point. For SDL2, I think it was probably the right choice, maybe. Okay, so it's adding include directors, and then it's just calling target link libraries. But it's not adding any directories. You need to have a target link directories as well. So this was a mistake in this CMake file. So I think we have to give it file paths to the .lib files potentially. What does the example do? Yeah, so these are the lib files without the extension. So it is giving file name. That's not really how it's supposed to be done, but that's what they're doing, so we're going to do the same thing. Okay, run that CMake command. Compiler identification. Every way of using CMake is the wrong way. True. Okay. Found relative path. Okay, doesn't like relative paths. How do you make how do you expand a relative path into an absolute path in a command prompt? Is it %pwd? %cwd? cmd script expand current working directory. cd. Okay, that's what we wanted. So we need to do %cd. Now, did it include the slash or no? Did not. Okay. It only complained about the include directory, so we'll try that first. But I'm gonna go. Okay. Okay, we got some VCX proj files. Can't wait for CMake to start generating build.zig files. Okay, so if we go ms build, wait, we're in the command prompt, right? Yeah, okay, ms build. That's an interesting idea, actually. CMake generate build zig files. Okay, so it can't open that because it needed to be an absolute path. So it checked if this one was an absolute, but not this one for some reason. Even though they both needed to be. Rerun that, and then ms build. It's the command to build it. Okay, are we... Now, one thing about this, though, is we're not actually building STL. We're just downloading the pre-built STL. So it's kind of a big difference between what the Zig version does. Oh, that wasn't right. It needed to go B. It thinks the library is an object file. You're in 50 error hell? Wait, what's 50 error hell? Is that where like you get to 50 errors and then it stops printing more? See, does it want the .lib extensions? Is that the problem? See, I told you guys, this STL libraries thing that's doing, this is not how it's supposed to be done. Like, yeah. Well, when you fix an error, there's still 50 more errors. Yeah. Cannot open file. Oh, did I? Oh, I forgot the lib directory, I think. Oh, hold on. Let's go back. Let's reverse course. Did I just forget this the whole time? Was that the problem? God, this freaking copy paste works like 20% of the time. Okay, copy, paste. Okay. What do you think of that? x64/lib. Did I type it wrong? 20% of the time, it works every time. I did type it wrong. I'm a dummy. Let's paste it into here because we know that's not going to work the first time. Oh. There we go. Come on. Cannot open file. Okay, yeah. Let's add the path back in. This whole changing one thing at a time can be painful, but it's worth it in the end. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? SDL/lib/x64. Do you exist? Oh, it's looking for the object file again. Yeah. We're just redoing the same story we just did. Okay. How about that? This one's got to be it. Okay. Just got a couple linker errors, no big deal. Let's run it again with a bigger terminal because it does this weird formatting thing with the terminal where it adds new lines. Where's my scroll bar? Why am I not? Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it. Okay, what's going on? What's it missing? It's missing SDL free. SDL, no, it's missing SDL. Your targets are mismatched. Oh. Thank you. So I guess it's building the x86 version. Oh, I think we just built it. Oh, hold on, does it put it in here? Where do you put the binary? Debug? There it is. Thanks. Makes it too full. All right, that's what we want to see. The code cannot proceed. Oh. Let's see. How do we copy the DLL to this directory? I suppose, well, we can check their CMake file and see if they're doing it. Okay, so yeah, they're not doing any sort of install in here. Yeah, no. So you have to do it yourself. Just freaking do it yourself. Copy. DLL into debug, I think, yeah, out debug. Okay, does that work? Can I do one file? Is that the problem? I don't want to run 2 commands when I can run 1. Come on. Yeah, you can do multiple sources. SDL lib x86 slash do too many. You just need the plus in the command. Oh, like this? I've never seen that before. That is a weird oversight on my part. Huh, interesting. Let's run it one more time just for good measure. Yes? Why did it only ask me for 1? Now I'm suspicious. Didn't copy the second one. Source plus. CMD copy 2 files to 1 directory. No spaces, I believe. Oh. Yes. Still didn't work. That's impossible. Why Windows? Why do you have to make everything so difficult? Okay, we're gonna make 2 commands, I guess. So SDL2 main. Oh. Oh, there is no DLL. Oh, fair enough. It's all that must be a static library, I guess. SDL main. I thought there was a DLL. Let's see if there was one in the x86 version or the 64. Oh, there wasn't. Okay, yeah, it must be a static library. Cool. Okay, so that should allow us to run the game. Yes. Okay. So wait. What? SDL2.dll is either not designed to run on Windows or it contains an error. I wonder if I'm supposed to copy the non-devil thing as well. Let's try it. This one's only 1 kilobyte, which is suspicious. Okay, what about now? Let's get rid of you. Okay. Click OK to close. Okay, she's so passive aggressive. Where's the H result decoder? There we go. OXC0000007B. Invalid image format. Okay. Is it a problem with our DLL or with the executable? Unknown. I didn't close your application. You did. I asked you if it was okay to close it. You said yes, so this is your fault, not mine. Well, we are at, this is an interesting problem. We have taken the pre-built SDL. We've compiled against the devil lib file. And then the DLL doesn't load. This is strange. It's also strange that this is 2.4 megabytes. But the one in here. Oh, I downloaded the 64-bit version, I think. Need that one. Okay, let's try that. 2.2 kilobytes. Okay. My goodness, I have a lot of folders open. Hold on. Okay, let's try this one. SDL2.dll. Is this going to be it? Yes. You do not have a data.zip. I think we did it. Okay, so we have to update our instructions, though. Oh, unable to initialize. Well, that looked scary. We need to download not only the devel library, which I think we did up here. We also need let's see, let's find. We also need this thing. So we're going to add this to our curl command. We're going to update the URL. And I suppose we should give these, should we give these different names? Maybe we don't need to. What happens if I run this? Oh, I got a lot of things in foo. Gonna make bar. Okay. Nothing in there. Oh, strip components. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we should give these names, actually. Let's call this one SDL Devil. And then we'll call this one SDL Runtime, I guess. Or actually, we should maybe, let's do it this way. Let's put them all in one directory like this. Okay. So let's go back here. SDL, remove it, re-download it from here. No, that didn't work. Oh, down to 45 errors, Jacob. Nice. What did I do wrong here? We need to do, okay, we downloaded it there. We tarred it. Oh, I see. This needs to be like this. And then I think that's what we want. Let's try that. Okay, perfect. So this one needs to be runtime directory SDL/runtime. Okay, let's try that. Nice. Okay, I like it. Let's go update our CMake path. So the SDL include will be this instead. The libraries will be here and here. And then we need to copy the runtime from, I should call this x86, but doesn't matter. Okay. Man, it's taken a while to run the CMake. Building. Copying the runtime. Okay, need the data.zip. Okay, so I think we built the game. We just need to download the data.zip file. Actually, we already have this link in our build.zig.zom file. What am I? I got the wrong repo. Here it is. Okay, so we once again need a curl command. And I think we can just download this one to like that. What's dash J and dash L do? Curl. Dash, doesn't say. Oh, there's a help all. Jeez. Okay. Dash J, use the header provided file name. Okay. Follow redirects. Okay, yeah, I kind of need that. Let's run that. Oh, I just downloaded it. Where's... Debug? Oh, data.zig. Data.zig, data.zip. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Where's our game? Okay, something happened. It shows up and then immediately goes away. Beautiful. Can we share drop.io? Is that what it was? Yeah. Let's give our, it starts and exits, yeah. Let's give our sandbox a debugger. Jesus, how many times you gotta ask me? It asked me 3 times if I wanted to keep it. Friggin' crazy. Start debugging. Unable to debug 32-bit bashes are not supported. I don't think it'd be too hard to build a 64-bit version. But yeah, maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe that's what we need to do is build a 64-bit version. I didn't like sneak in some 64-bit code in my build commands, did I? 64. We're building the 64-bit version with Zig, so there's no like problem with the 64-bit version in and of itself. Git clone. Just reliving the adventure that we've had building this. Okay. Let's try building 64-bit, maybe. Wait a second. The Visual Studio command prompt that you initialize typically has an architecture. Did I initialize a 64-bit one? I probably did. That could be the problem. You can pass an architecture to this script, but when I run it, it should tell me what architecture it's using. Or maybe not. Maybe there might be ways. There might be like the concept of a generic platform environment, maybe. I don't have rip grep. What am I doing? Let's look at all these environment variables and see if like there's a 64 in it or something. Why program files x86? Where are you seeing that? Just in one of the variables? Oh, Visual Studio itself is in there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we're using the MS build with the AMD 64 subdirectory. I don't know if that just means MS build is running in 64-bit mode or if it's meant to build 64-bit things. Unclear. Processor architecture, AMD, that looks like that's not going to work. Okay, so I think we just need to change the Visual Studio build environment. The Visual Studio, that's just where Microsoft put it. That's I'm not sure why it decided to put it there. Okay, so let me look at, I do this here. I select the 64-bit architecture using this command line. It's just -arch and -hostarch. Okay. Yeah, I think we want -arch. Yeah, well, I was going to try the 32-bit version first. Is that just x86? Let's try it. Okay. What does processor architecture get set to now? And this, okay, that didn't work. This script is like super jank. Like, if it doesn't recognize the arch command line, it just silently fails and doesn't work. That's the wrong env var. Oh, is it? It's the actual physical CPU. Okay. So we might be fine, like the real one that's there. Yeah. Can I just get a list of the arches? Here we go. Oh, this is the default. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we are already building in x86, theoretically. I mean, we can try rebuilding it using that explicit. Maybe we should try that first, just to make sure it's still not working. So that's going to be this guy. I mean, we could also do a with explicit arch, and then do the same thing without the arch. Without, or default arch. Okay, and then I think it says a diff. Damn, I disabled plugins. How am I going to diff it? I could copy paste it to my local machine. Freaking temp was muscle memory. Okay, that's the default arch. This is an explicit arch. Are they the same? Yes, exactly the same. Okay, so that's not going to fix it. So we need to pivot to a 64-bit build. So let's put a note here. The x86 32-bit build doesn't seem to work. So we're going with x64. That's going to be AMD 64 is the arch. And we could also see the diff when we run it with this. Okay, so it changes host arch and target arch. Just .NET stuff. A bunch of stuff it changes, actually. Okay, cool. So let's build with it. That means we'll need to download the 64-bit runtime. So let's modify this to say runtime x86. Okay. And then let's just modify them all to say x64. Oh. We were downloading the SDL zip file as our data.zip. Whoops. But nobody in chat caught me, though. So it's not completely my fault. Okay, where's the URLs here? That was silly. Okay. So let's go back to 32-bit build. Actually, I think if I just run this command. Do we have a game? Let's get rid of all these prompts. I don't know what state they're in. There we go. You need a new app. What the hell is this thing that keeps coming up? Get out of here. Okay, we did it. This is, I would say, one of the more tame CMake projects as far as building. Xbox only, Win plus G. Tried Win plus G, but didn't work. It might not work in the sandbox. Or it's probably not working because it's not installed. Okay, we seem to be working. Speed run. No checkpoint. It's definitely performing like laggy. I wonder if the Zig version would have performed like if it's the sandbox problem, or it doesn't perform like this outside of from the ones I built before. Okay, so we did it. So we have, what did we do? Let's take a look. Windows Sandbox. Okay, so you run 4 commands. You download Zig using curl. You let's change this to 3 commands using curl. We already have a curl command for this. Oh no, we don't. That we erased it. So instead of Zig, we want V. Do we want to use curl or do we want to use Zig? Because Zig requires an X copy, curl wouldn't. Yeah, since we're on Windows and we're using curl already, let's just use curl. It's going to be simpler. Okay. Strip components. I think we want to strip the component. And then we don't need this X copy. Run these 3 commands. Oh, you think the performance is because of debug build? Yeah, it totally could be. It also could be because it's a 32-bit version, so it's debug and 32-bit. So let's build the Zig version then. Let's go make dir Zig. Run this command. Try again. That should give us a Zig directory. Beautiful. Let's download the repo. This should be very quick because it's a very small repo. Oh, but we still have the TLS problem, so this isn't actually going to work. But let's just make sure that that Zig actually wait, why is this working? Wait, what? What is happening right now? Also, why did the build fail, but the fetch didn't fail? Hold on. I must have done something dumb. You ran Zig fetch on the file downloaded. Yeah, but this has a Zon file with a bunch of dependencies in it that it downloaded, and I saw them all get downloaded. And this is a different sandbox than the one we were running before, so it's got a completely different global cache. What is happening? I don't even see where the error is. It just says unexpected. Yeah, maybe GitHub.com's TLS was broken. Just so happened to be broken when I was trying to download it before. That's crazy if that's true. Wait, so if that's the case, then the TLS stuff might be working now. Not compatible with 2018? Also, what is happening? Why did it fail before and now it's working? I was unable to build TinyXML before and now I can, then I built it the second time. Seems like we just have another bug somewhere in the build system. It just says error unexpected. Beautiful. Wow, okay, that just worked. We can see this one's sluggish now, I guess. I mean, their cert is ECC, which probably didn't work in 2018. Wait, Jacob, I don't understand, because why was it working before but not, or not working before but it is now? That's what I'm not getting. Oh yeah, I think this is way faster. Let's see what in the gameplay. I think it's running faster. I think it's still a little sluggish compared to outside the sandbox. Okay, I don't know what the frick happened, but it's working now inside the sandbox. I don't get it. Unexpected is usually a temp error from whatever. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we've got these three commands. So download Zig, download the repo, run Zig build is pretty much what you do. And this will work from this. These commands will work from the sandbox. Without Zig, download and install Git. I want to put some, let's comment these a little bit. Let's call this batch and then download Zig. Download the VV repository. And then you can kind of see, I guess I can put a comment. Run Zig, no, I'll just, okay. Can you parallelize the two downloads? I don't know. Maybe? That's kind of not the purpose of this, but yeah, maybe. I don't know. The purpose isn't to do it fast. It's to explain what you need to do to build it. Okay, so it's obviously what this is doing. This is cloning the repo. This is download SDL development library. Let's say pre-built. Download pre-built SDL runtime DLL. Okay. I guess maybe I should make a repo for this. Let's call it build Zig build insights. I don't know. Zig build. Sure, insights. I don't know. Great. Git clone. Zig build tricks, tips. Yeah, this isn't really tips and tricks though. It's more like, here's what the world is like with and without build.zig. Come on, Emacs, you can do it. Okay. Let's go to our file. This is testing build systems. And let's make a test cases. Okay. All right, so we're down here to download the pre-built SDL runtime, download and run. We'll say install Visual Studio Build Tools. Okay. Open a command.exe prompt and then run this to make it a Visual Studio command prompt. Yeah, we don't want the 64-bit version. The VS build tools can be run from CLI, right? Yes, we are running them from CLI. Now run these commands inside the Visual Studio command prompt: CMake, msbuild, copy, curl, run the game. Perfect. All right, so we've got native Windows Sandbox done. Out of like, I don't know however many use cases you want to think there are. Like, we could also use this sandbox to build like the Linux version, for example, which that could be an interesting next use case, is like build the Linux version and then use WSL to run it. Sounds really hard though. That's like super advanced expert mode for sure. Like that's, and doing that without Zig is going to be, there's no way that's happening. But doing it with Zig, it's potentially viable. Like not too crazy to try to do that. Okay, let's make a commit here. Add VV. Origin. Cool. Well, I think that's probably a good amount for me today on stream. I wonder if there's anybody else streaming today. Let's double check. Nobody on Going Live. Oh, Jacob still has 31 errors. Am I like your background stream that you know occupies that back half of your brain while you're working? That's kind of what I do. Oh yeah, you want to start streaming, Jacob? We'll hand it over to you. What are you working on, by the way, Jacob? Make compiler go fast. Good. Okay. It needs to go way faster. But first make the compiler go slow. You have to go slow first if you want to go fast. Wise words. Cool. Well, thanks for coming and joining me. We might do some of this adventure off stream too, but I'll consider doing some of it on stream as well more. But yeah, I'll see you guys around.